What's up? Mambo Mike here. Got a question from Marley. She asks, how has dancing helped you to develop self-awareness and deepen your understanding of emotional interactions? Well, first of all, just to give you a little background on my dancing, I've been dancing in Latin dances, mainly salsa and then bachata also, and cha-cha, merengue, etc. But I've been doing that since 1999. So that's going on 17 years here of dancing an average of at least 7 hours a week, social dancing. And I live, I breathe this music. I have a passion for this culture and a dance. So it's, for me, it's not just a hobby. It's just a way of life for me. And dance is an expression of physical. So it's a physical communication when you dance with a partner. And having a background in martial arts before that helped me immensely as well, because I'm also getting a lot of cues physically from connections with people in a martial arts context instead of a dance context. But there's a lot of similarities. And I also have a background in the service industry, working in psychology and the healing arts, and working with people's emotions, etc. And so all that sort of adds to the whole pool of experience that helps me to be sensitive to other people. So pretty much when I dance with somebody, all I have to do is touch them for 5 or 10 seconds, and I already know exactly where they're at as far as their level of experience, whatever tensions they have, all that stuff, how well they feel the music, all that intuitively just sort of downloads as soon as I make contact with a person. And so some of the things that I pick up, for example, is how stiff or relaxed a person is. So some people are really rigid and they're really tense, and they have a really hard time releasing control. Other people are relaxed. Some are too relaxed, so they're sort of like a wet noodle, and so you're not getting any connections. It's like they're not there. And other people are trying really hard to be there, but it's two extremes. And the other interesting thing is some people have personalities that are very much in the context of, like, say, classes, for example. Some people, when they mess up, they like to blame the other person. Other people, when they mess up, they like to blame themselves. So that's another interesting dynamic that I see. Some people just take too much responsibility. Other people don't take any responsibility at all. And then there's the whole leading and following. You know, guys usually lead, ladies follow, although sometimes it could be the other way around, depending on, you know, for gay couples, etc. But generally, people have trouble leading when they're not used to taking control. So sometimes you find guys have difficulty leading and women have difficulty following, and other times it's the opposite. Other things I'll see is some people are totally suck and they think they're really good, and other people are really good and they think they suck. And again, that's sort of the over or confident or underconfident type of situation. Some people are very mechanical. They're very much on the outside about how it looks, and they like to show off, and they like to do all that. And other people are more about feeling. And they are sort of more on the inside, and maybe they're a little bit more reserved. They don't like to show off, but they are a little sensitive and a little more of emotional with the music. And so there's all different types of things we can deduce from this. Some people are very much like some of the parts of the scene is very much like high school cafeteria. Some people only hang out with the cool crowd, or they want to be seen with certain people, and they're very worried about how they appear. Other people, like me, don't give a fuck. I hang out with everybody. It doesn't matter. I don't have a specific corner And so you'll find very different dynamics with performers, and some people who are just social dancers. Other people are like old school, and there's new school, and then there's different styles or timing. You know, the New York style, the Cuban style, and so there's all these different variety of dynamics within the scene. But generally, for me, dance is about physical expression. So you're expressing your emotion physically, and when I dance with people, and I dance with thousands and thousands of different people, you know, whether it's at socials, at clubs, on the streets, on the beach, on the boardwalk, in other countries, wherever, I love to dance and I like to connect, and every person that I dance with is different. So for me, the joy of dance is trying to express the music and let the music dictate how I move. And also, I try to adapt to my partner. So dancing is like another form of communication, like if you're having a conversation with a person. So it's not about all these techniques that you do and then you're going to try to do it on somebody, right? I learned these moves in class and I got to do it exactly like the way I learned it. For me, that's not what it's about. For me, it's about a certain song with a certain partner in a certain atmosphere, and I have to be able to sort of morph myself into that unique one-time expression of whatever it is. Because I'm never going to have the same partner with the same song in the same environment at that time. And so I like to approach each single dance as a very unique expression. And so how does that help me develop my emotional awareness? It's just understanding that the physical and emotional are not separate. You know, people, it's interesting because people outside of dance, especially if it's just verbal communication, can express certain things and they can hide it. But when it comes to the physical, it's a lot harder to hide it. And so what I notice is some people are very congruent in how they behave and how they dance, meaning their emotional expression or their verbal expression matches their physical. And for other people, they're like two separate things. So one thing that dance has taught me is learning how to express myself in a different way besides the verbal. And it's about opening up the heart. It's about connecting with people and physically touching people as well. So there's so many different things. I don't really know where to go with it, but I think the bottom line for me is that having a physical connection with another person, and in addition to having a verbal or visual connection, it broadens the experience. So hopefully that answers your question. If you have any other questions, please post it in the comments below. Thanks for watching.